There. There's a bunch of us here who really want to hear what you have to say, so if you feel like you didn't get a chance to tell us what you think, that's what we're here for. So let us hear it, and we'll be at stations all around the room as long as people want to talk about these issues. Thank you very much for coming, and we have comment cards, so if you feel like there's something that you want to say or you want to write it down and that's better for you, we're happy to take it that way too.
Okay, Kim, I'm Todd. Nice to meet you. I know this is an important event for you. You're part of a series of events. I'm actually going to move a little bit closer. That's perfect. Okay, there's a series of events like this, community charrettes or get-togethers. What do you think people are getting out of this, and why should they participate?
Well, I think everyone has a role in participating that lives in the city, that works in the city, and how they think the city should grow or not grow, and how architecture plays a part of that, how city planning plays a part of that. And it's really important to hear from all different groups in the city, whether you're just a resident, or you lived here all your life, or you're young, or you're old, and it really helps shape how the city's going to move forward.
Okay.
A yes or no answer or a black and white answer. There are lots of different possibilities. It could be raising the height limit a little bit, it could be a lot, it could be certain areas of the city where buildings are allowed to grow taller. So it's not just sort of a yes or no possibility. I think there's a lot of options where we could incorporate some of this development for the city to grow.
It's certainly going to create a lot of controversy, right?
Yes, we've already heard tonight a lot of different responses and concerns and questions, and some people are confused about what it actually means to change the building height. So it's good to hear all of these and see where we need to focus in either educating people of what the current situation is and what the study means, how long this process would take if it does change, and hear from everyone what they would like to see in the city.
Do you think that all of these people could possibly come to a consensus?
Maybe not everyone, but it's good to hear all the viewpoints.
So tell me, what do you think of the vista here? This is downtown Washington, D.C. from an aerial perspective. What do you think of?
Aerial from southeast. Okay, this is from Virginia. This is overlooking. This is all empty because that's the national.
It's gonna be a helicopter view.
This is it's either a helicopter view or it's from by where above the Pentagon. So the Pentagon will be over here. This is Arlington Cemetery, and so that's always going to be low, and it creates a sweeping vista. But yeah, looking at it's interesting because you see that there, the Capitol's up there, and everything they pop out, and then you just have cities going, lots of trees. And I look at these other ones, I'm looking, okay, market. But in here too, I don't see a lot of people. When I think of cities, I think of, New York City, you think of that movie shot, right? That bustling sidewalk where it's jam-packed and heaving with people. London, and you get those movie shots, you always see full sidewalks, and I don't really see that here, right? All this sidewalk space, and it's a Saturday. No one lives there.
But if there's a festival there, then it would be.
It could be after a hockey game, and like probably 9:30, 10 o'clock tonight after Game 7. It's going to be full of red sweater people. So it's right by the Verizon Center.
So is that good? I mean, would you like to increase density here or not?
Personally, I like the increased density. I get more options of what I can do closer by. It makes it easy. I personally find it easier to do things when there's more options. They become closer together.
So you don't mind the taller buildings then?
I do not mind taller buildings.
Okay.
I don't necessarily like Manhattan density full time, but you get pockets of it. Like you look at Bethesda, or Chevy Chase now, the way those Bethesda, Silver Spring around the metro station, that they're getting taller.
So transit-oriented development is okay with you?
Yes.
So which transit station should we build around them?
All of them. Because there's enough, if you look at the city, there is enough space without them to leave a lot of the city flat and lower. But there aren't that many metro stations here in the city. Or one of the things you can do and turn around and put it back on the development, you want to build taller, okay. We want to build that cross city from Metro line, that new line from Georgetown, Columbia Heights out to Ward 5. All right, we're going to build these here, but you know what? We're going to allow 200, 300-story buildings at these spots, but you're going to have to chip in to the metro station. And
so that would be a requirement for you then?
And so that would be, I mean, that's one way you can incentivize builders that want to build taller by saying, okay, we're going to put a metro in, but you got to help us pay for it, because that's going to allow you, and with that metro, we're going to allow you to go taller. And, you know, that's one of those things that you have the conversation about, and that becomes part of that economic study. It's one of those things, what if? Okay, so say we could go up to 300 feet, 400, 500 feet. What do we get out of that? What are the challenges? How can we pay for those challenges? Because you will need more schools, fire, EMS, stores. I mean, a whole lot more services and infrastructure has to get built, has to get funded somehow. This economic study too, which I'm sure they're doing, is a big part of the question.
So you're in favor of a pay-to-play kind of system where if you're going to build as a developer, so much more of your money needs to go to help support tax base, or
it's already there now. I do believe in such a well, you're building. Okay, you gotta pay fees and taxes and stuff. But looking at if we're gonna go like through Columbia Heights across out. Okay, we got these new areas. We're gonna call them new economic development areas, and we're gonna plop a metro station here. We're gonna significantly increase, and part of that. When you significantly increase, it becomes extra costs that go into building, extra fire, schools, all that, and developers is an easy target for that money.
Okay. So you think it could potentially be tenable to do this, even on DuPont Circle, or even in Farragut North, or even in Metro Center?
Oh yeah, Farragut North would be a candidate already. It's already fairly well built out there. There's demand there, I believe. Yeah, sure, you can build taller.
And it wouldn't bother you to see as far as how it would affect the vistas, etc.
Vistas are something in cities that are always changing. 200 years ago, there wasn't a vista here. What's it going to be like in 200 years? I'm very hesitant to say, okay, we have the perfect vista, let's not change it. I lived in London for a year, and a lot of the architecture, you can see, okay, I lived in a building that was built in 1750 and is now a college dorm building. It was built as a war ministry building, like 1750. It was like almost 300-year-old building. Why should we stop things now versus continue growing?
That's something for a lot of people to consider right now, right?
Yeah. Why is it now? It's also part of the climate change discussion too. A lot of people say, we got to preserve nature and block up shorelines, and I think it's a human nature to say, this is what I've seen, this is the way it should be, and I should maintain this. Our world is a changing world. Learn to change with it and grow with it.
So you're okay with it. You're one of the few people that I've spoken to so far that doesn't really seem to be that concerned about the idea that we could change the whole dynamic or the whole image of the city with relaxing the building restrictions. So, but you're not a developer. That's the interesting thing about it. You're a community person.
Yeah.
But in a sense, because you do work with First, are you sort of an engineer? Do you think yourself as a innovator in a sense?
I do have, yeah. I'm a process person.
The problem with movies is
Oh yeah. So that's what I mean. Once you get like where you experience what it's like, say, very like Final Cut. It's like one and the more you know, the more.
Yeah. Good. I'm going to get with you and see if we can have time. Yeah. We see if we can collaborate. Thank you.
But there are also, for example, you can see national landmarks, federal interests. Many of the parks are all national parks. So
Is that also
it's actually really
just okay.
But I realize that we don't have Arctic Park actually.
Oh right, I see that like right here. I mean that's right. That is true.
That's the unfortunate retirement. So this is Octavia, who's asking you where the federal interests are. But you know, when you're up here in our forces retirement, which is Dudley Mill, it's the cottage where Lincoln was emancipation proclamation, it's federal property. And there are also amazing views in the city right there. So part of the experience of being there is looking down. So
It's straight down North Capitol, right?
right, it's kind of right on axis.
Well, it's kind of hard to make a suggestion because I think that the office of planning should